Hey guys! Welcome back to Wishby. Today we've got a massive update in the ongoing legal battle between Ador and New Jeans, and this might be the most pivotal moment yet. Things have taken a serious turn, and it's time to break it all down because this changes everything. So first up, the Seoul High Court has officially rejected New Jeans' appeal against the existing injunction. That's right, after reviewing both sides' written statements, the court decided to uphold the original order that prevents the members from engaging in independent promotions outside of Ador's oversight. That means for now, New Jeans remains legally bound to Ador. Now, fans may have seen this as their last hope for some immediate freedom, but for those watching closely, the writing's been on the wall for a while. This isn't just a routine setback, this is a major statement from a higher court reinforcing the legitimacy of Ador's legal position. Hybe and Ador are standing on firm contractual ground, and New Jeans' appeal route just hit a legal dead end. But that's just the surface. The court didn't stop at rejecting the appeal, they systematically dismantled 5 of New Jeans' key legal arguments, and each one hits hard. Let's break it down. 1. Forced album releases and brand evaluation. New Jeans argued that Hybe's interference, including forced album releases, hurt their brand's uniqueness and artistic direction. But the court wasn't buying it. They found no substantial legal basis to prove that Hybe's scheduling harmed New Jeans to a degree that would justify terminating the contract. Emotions aside, the court requires concrete evidence of measurable damage, and that simply wasn't provided. 2. Heejin's removal as CEO. This was one of New Jeans' strongest emotional points, that the dismissal of Heejin, their producer and creative lead, disrupted their work and broke the trust underpinning the contract. But again, the court made it clear Heejin is not legally central to the contract. There was no clause guaranteeing her position or involvement. Her dismissal, while emotionally impactful, does not legally justify voiding an agreement signed with Ador. The judges emphasized that Hybe, not Min, is the primary entity behind New Jeans' debut, and that their exclusive contract remains valid regardless of internal leadership changes. A powerful quote from the ruling summed it up. Even if Heejin's involvement was an objective circumstance of the contract, it is not a legally essential factor. 3. Alleged retaliation and public sentiment. New Jeans' legal team claimed that Hybe's audit of Heejin was retaliatory and harmed the group's public image. But once again, the court rejected this. Public sentiment is not a legal basis to terminate a contract. Unless a specific clause in the agreement was violated, and none was, this argument doesn't hold water. 4. The ignore them incident involving Hani. A specific incident was highlighted in which Hani was allegedly told to ignore her team by a manager from another Hybe label. This was portrayed as clear evidence of mistreatment. But surveillance footage reportedly showed illit members bowing respectfully, contradicting the claim. The court ruled that even if the comment had been made, it doesn't constitute a contract breach. Isolated incidents don't legally justify tearing up a long-term deal. 5. Concept duplication between New Jeans and illit. Finally, the court dismissed the idea that illit copied New Jeans' concept. They found no substantial evidence of imitation and noted that the concepts differ significantly, illit's dreamy magical vibe versus New Jeans' Y2K and 90s throwback style. Ironically, the court even hinted at the irony in New Jeans' argument, given how their own concept and name drew clear inspiration from a Mexican girl group named Jeans. But the biggest moment came with the judge's statement that hit like a legal sledgehammer. The members may have felt a sense of loss or deprivation, believing they could no longer work with a certain producer or felt discriminated against. However, upholding the exclusive contract is a basic obligation for the members as parties to that agreement. That quote alone reshapes everything. The judge acknowledged their emotions, but made it clear, feelings, no matter how intense, don't justify breaking a legally binding contract. That's the law. And if that wasn't enough, new claims are surfacing. Hybe is now alleging that Heejin herself orchestrated the letter sent by New Jeans' parents in protest. This is a significant escalation. If true, it raises questions about the authenticity of the parental statement and may undercut the public narrative surrounding the group's distress. Hybe is clearly framing this as an intentional maneuver by Min, not a spontaneous move by the families, and this could become a major focal point in the main trial moving forward. So where does this leave everything? New Jeans is still legally tied to Ador. Their appeal has been rejected by a higher court. 5 major arguments for contract termination have been struck down. The judge reaffirmed that emotional discomfort or managerial changes do not void binding contracts. Hybe is on the offensive with new allegations against Heejin. Unless New Jeans can bring something truly game-changing to the main trial, it's looking like Ador holds the upper hand for now. This situation is still evolving, and you can be sure more twists are coming. So stay tuned, because this legal battle is far from over. That's it for this video, guys. What are your thoughts on this? Share with me in the comments down below. Please make sure to like and subscribe. If you stayed till the end, I really appreciate you watching. And I will hopefully see you in the next one.